Hello and welcome to another awesome episode of IVM Likes. Happy Independence Day. This is the 75th year of independence. Did you guys know this?
I think
Yes.
this is अभी हमने 75 years complete कर लिया है.
So this is 76 है मतलब 70 नहीं, this is completing 75.
So
Yeah, this is completing 75.
Yeah.
Amrit
we're
Mahotsav.
completing the 75th year
Yeah, did you
on
get
15th of August.
did you guys get the Tiranga home?
Yeah, bro.
Yes.
Of course.
Oh wow, you did?
Yeah.
Wow, he's
So-
playing it safe. You jokes.
No, so the
You know, lying is also destroying. Destroying.
Deshdrohing.
Destroying.
so they're actually distributing the Tiranga.
Yeah, it's the Har Ghar Tiranga campaign.
Yeah,
Mm.
so I have gotten news that it's also happening in Delhi apparently, that they're going door to door and giving out Tirangas.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise
And-
me. Like
yeah.
I have gotten news that they are doing
Yeah.
this.
I think it's okay only. So see, when I see US and UK, every ghar has at least two of their
Tirangas.
of उनके वाला जो भी तिरंगा है, ठीक है.
Akhand Bharat.
Indian flag.
In
It's
true
great.
sense,
I like
Akhand
this.
Bharat, Tirangas in UK.
हाँ, तो अगर उनका वाला तिरंगा वो लोग लगा रहे तो अपन भी लगा
It's called a flag, Snail.
Correct.
हाँ,
Yep.
sorry, flag.
How big were you guys on like school functions during the Independence Day?
Bro,
parade?
full.
Oh,
Yeah,
full
but
on,
did you
full,
always
full.
go for your 9 o'clock assemblies? and all?
Yeah.
7:30 in the morning.
7:30.
7
Yeah.
o'clock. Yeah, 7
Correct.
o'clock.
Yeah.
And building में, do your buildings do this?
Yes, mine does.
Yeah, still
Mine
mine does.
does, yeah.
I've never gone once
Yes.
in my building. Do you think you've gone?
So I haven't gone since the time I left school. No, I haven't.
No?
But in school we used to go. So interestingly, my school, because I am from Mumbai,
Huh.
my school didn't have a ground. So
Oh, yeah, fair, dude. No, no.
Exactly.
No, wait.
Okay.
Before that. To that point, I was in a school called Green Lawns, and we had no lawns.
So
That's literally
again, Mumbai.
a name
It's
of
Mumbai?
a school. Huh.
yes.
So we from Delhi, we don't have this problem. Actually, coincidentally, just before recording this episode,
Yeah.
I got a call from a friend. He was like, कि, bro, मैं एक प्रोफेशनल क्रिकेट मैच ये ऑर्गेनाइज करवा रहा हूँ. एक बार ये हमारे स्कूल से पूछेगा कि वन ऑफ द लॉन्स अगर वो रेंट पे दे सकते हैं तो फॉर अ डे.
Okay.
Wow.
Brag.
And I was like, okay,
and it's in
I'll ask.
Okay,
This is,
but we can breathe here in this city without oxygen masks. So
Not
that
for
is-
long. Not
For long,
For how
for
long? And we'll be underwater, and we can't breathe.
Soon
So
enough. Yeah.
the air and water is trying to kill us now. What the hell?
Okay. So
Yeah.
my school.
But talking about patriotism, we
Yes.
love this city and country.
And country.
Yes, and
What
country.
a time to share
Yes.
Mumbai.
Yeah. Sorry, I cut you off.
Yes.
Sorry.
So my school didn't have a playground.
Hmm.
So,
Oh, yeah.
but even
इसलिए I
then,
played with my life.
yes, I did. But other than that, so we used to still do the whole patriotism wala thing and flag hosting on 15th of August and 26th of January
Yeah.
on the street in front of my school.
Oh wow.
We used to block
But
the entire
that's
road
great
off.
for the neighborhood. Yeah.
We
That's
used to
community
block the
building.
entire road off.
Yeah.
हर
We used to
neighborhood
do the-
तिरंगा.
Yeah.
We used to do the march past on the fucking road
Okay.
with students going back and forth full on in the NCC cadet wala thing.
यार
Yeah.
तुम लोग का
1 to
स्पोर्ट्स डे
1 to
किधर होता था फिर?
On the road.
हमारा वानखेड़े स्टेडियम में होता था.
Oh, yeah. Interestingly, even we
I'm
rented.
not even kidding.
Yeah. Even we
No,
rented
no.
a stadium. Stadium.
My
sorts.
school was Green Lawn School. It was a very fucking elite, like rich people school. This is what it is.
Humble brag.
And so our sports day, we used to get the Wankhede Stadium booked, and we go to Wankhede Stadium and it's just
Wow.
sports day there.
Yeah. So even in my
So
school.
the edges of the boundary they would make repurpose into
Yeah.
running like 100 meters, 200 meters. and
Yeah,
athlete
yeah,
wale
yeah.
tracks, yeah.
athlete
Track and
tracks,
field
yeah,
one.
exactly.
Bro, after
So-
this episode, I'll show you pictures of my school.
Hey, I'll show you pictures of Wankhede
Wankhede
Stadium, bro.
Stadium.
What are you even talking about?
हमारा खुद का पर्सनल वानखेड़ हमारा यार 500 मीटर का ग्राउंड था.
Dude, don't get me started on the grounds I've been in. I was in Panchgani. Mangal Pandey wanted to be shot on our ground, but he said no.
But
Okay.
in,
Was
18,
it-
in
was-
1857,
Wasn't he hanged? Please cut.
That was spot on. I love that. That was great. That was, well done. But that's exactly right. In
Walked into
1857, Mangal Pandey,
Mangal Pandey, like,
when he was starting the freedom movement,
मुझे पंचगनी में मारोगे.
Sanjeevan Vidyalaya के grounds पे. Adda! Do you not know this?
Okay, we can't shit on this.
No, it's
not
not.
on an Independence Day special
we
podcast,
are- we
guys.
are-
Please.
We are catching it all, like fixing it all into this
Okay,
one
okay,
episode.
yes.
This
Yeah,
is the
very
one
neatly.
thing we're not supposed to do.
Yeah. So,
Patriotism.
बड़ी बात की छोटी बात, लंबी बात की छोटी बात. Happy Independence Day.
Happy Independence Day. Yes.
And that's what we talk about on this episode. Movies of independence? No, of patriotic
Yeah,
movies.
movies that are patriotic. Patriotic
Yes.
movies.
Patriotic movies. That
Yes.
that there's only one way to say it, I guess. You can't say
Actually.
movies of patriotism.
Movies that make you say Jai Hind, basically.
Yeah, sure.
That is
what
every
Nikhil said.
movie ever, because starting में वो
Yes.
national anthem play करते
That's
हैं.
what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
What do you say, Jai Hind after the national anthem? I like Snayhil. Jai Hind.
Dude,
Yeah, one
they
for the
will-
sound.
Have you
They
not
will-
been in studio?
Yeah.
Have you not been in theaters where this happens?
There will always
Yeah,
be
yeah.
one person who will shout Bharat Mata ki Jai
Yeah.
or Jai Hind.
Jai
I've
Hind.
never
Yeah,
seen
yeah,
this
every
happen.
single time. Like
Wow.
you'll always find.
In every movie that I go
Yeah.
to, there is
And
always one.
especially
नहीं, I
so
think
if
तेरे को
it's
देख
like
के लोग डर जाते हैं.
Bro,
This guy is definitely right wing.
I am fully patriotic.
Yeah,
right?
I mean,
Fully.
ठीक है, so you do it. You can admit it.
So
Fine.
it happens, especially if it's like a patriotic film. Then तो 100% it will
100%
happen.
bro.
I
I
have
think
never
मैं भूल भुलैया उसमें भी हुआ था. भूल भुलैया 2 मैं देखने गया था and national anthem play हुआ.
Bhul
and then-
Bhulaiya is a patriotic film though.
Yeah, most
okay.
some would say most patriotic.
Okay, anyway, let's
We
get
are
to
talking
actual
about
patriot. Yeah.
Yes.
the most patriotic movies that we remember from our childhood, and we'll talk to Nikhil. This is Nikhil Joshi, our
Hello.
colleague here at IVM, and I'm Antariksh, and this is Snayhil. We'll talk to you right after this break about our
Patriotic
favorite patriotic
movies.
movies.
Hello, everybody. It's been another great week on the IVM Podcast Network. On Cock and Bull, Cyrus Nivedita, Sriram, and Antariksh shared their take on the free chole bhature served in Chandigarh in exchange for taking a COVID booster dose. On Do What Floats Your Boat, Danish speaks to Pranav Mishra, the co-founder and CEO of Human. They discuss entrepreneurship, poetry, writing, and more. On Naan Kari Sadafinache take you back in time, and they talk to you about Dalda and Vanaspati. On Don Baika Gappa Aika, Avanti and Aparna talk about the quintessential fear of missing out, or as the internet calls it, FOMO. And on the Ideas Project, Anupam is joined by Atanu Agarwal, co-founder of Upside AI, about how to invest smartly during inflation. I'd like to remind you all about our merchandise once again. We got some amazing stuff out there with more coming soon. But go to the IVM Podcast website and check out our collection of t-shirts. You have to click on the shop tab and we'll take you to our partner Grow 91's website. Do follow us on social media. We're IVM Podcast on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and LinkedIn. And remember, if you're enjoying this show or any of our other shows for that matter, please do tell a friend. Hey, you want somebody to talk to your shows about, right? So talk to them about them. Also, don't forget to rate us on any platforms you're listening to us on. And remember, you can check us out on YouTube. And finally, we would like to thank our sponsors this week, Bode Lifestyle, Small Case, Capgemini, and Intel vPro. Thank you so much for making this possible.
And we're back. As we start talking about our favorite
Patriotic
patriotic
movies.
movies, we're gonna say the word patriotic a lot.
a lot in
episode,
this
right?
episode.
So drinking game. Though even though it's a dry day, I guess. Right? It's a dry day.
Have your
Yeah.
tea ka sip whenever we say patriotic. Oh, I guess you have to drink.
My coffee's too hot. I'm letting it cool down a little bit more. I will drink. So starting off, I want to ask you a question, like an age-old question.
Okay.
Which is the better movie? The
Border
Legend
और
of Bhagat
LOC
Singh?
मत- अच्छा,
नहीं.
फिर ठीक है.
The Legend of Bhagat Singh or 23rd March 1931 Shahid? They both came out in the
Ooh.
same year. One stars Bobby Deol one and the
I
Ajay
think
Devgn
the Ajay Devgn one.
Ajay Devgn one.
Yeah, I think the Ajay Devgn
Ajay
one is a
Devgn
little
one.
better.
I also would agree, but I like the songs of Shahid better.
One other
Snayhil
thing
and
I'll tell you about the Ajay Devgn wala movie.
हाँ.
So very less people know कि that movie
Stars Ajay Devgn.
उस मूवी का इंस्पिरेशन नहीं कह सकता मैं, बट उस मूवी के काफी एक्सर्प्ट्स जो हैं, काफी रिसर्च जो है वो पीयूष मिश्रा के प्ले गगन दमामा बाजियों से लिए गए हैं.
Okay, wow.
एंड मूवी की स्टार्टिंग में जब कास्टिंग आती है ना, उसके अंदर लिखा हुआ आता है स्पेशल थैंक्स टू पीयूष मिश्रा. एंड देयर इज दिस वन सीन, गगन दमामा बाजियों बाय द वे प्ले भी है जो मैंने आईवीएम लाइक्स पे रेकमेंड किया हुआ है, क्योंकि मैं प्लेज ही रेकमेंड कर रहा हूँ आजकल.
हाँ.
सो गगन दमामा बाजियों प्ले भी है जो एक्चुअली पीयूष मिश्रा का रिटर्न इज टू, मतलब टू थिएटर, उन्होंने अपना रिटर्न जो है वो इस प्ले से अनाउंस किया है. सो द लेजेंड ऑफ भगत सिंह का जो पहला सीन है, दैट इज द मूवी इज अ फ्लैशबैक ऑफ सॉर्ट्स, अगर आप लोग को ध्यान हो तो.
याद है.
या सो पहला सीन जो है वो, पहला मूवी का सीन ये है कि भगत सिंह को जब फांसी दी गई है तो उसके बाद उनको भगत
correct.
सिंह और
Correct.
उनके राजगुरु और सुखदेव की बॉडीज को जो है वो पीछे से ले गए हैं एंड उनको जलाने के लिए उनको एक नदी के किनारे जला रहे हैं सो दैट यू नो क्राउड डजंट
Yeah, correct.
हाँ
Yeah.
तो वहां पे क्राउड कुछ लोग उनको नोटिस कर लेते हैं एंड देन दे इन अ वेरी हरीड मैनर वो बॉडीज को वैसे ही काटते हैं और नदी में फेंक देते हैं. दिस इज अ वेरी ऐसा डिटेल जो काफी लोगों को नहीं पता एंड दिस डिटेल इज देयर इन गगन द मामा बाजियो.
Oh,
एंड
wow.
व्हेन आई सॉ दैट सीन आई वाज लाइक ये तो पीयूष मिश्रा के प्ले में है, ये इस मूवी
But
में एकदम से कैसे आया?
You knew the scene back in the day before even watching the movie.
सो द थिंग वाज कि पीयूष मिश्रा का प्ले मैंने पढ़ा हुआ था पहले से,
Okay.
ठीक है, एंड देन आई वाज लाइक ये तो उस प्ले का वो है.
हाँ.
एंड देन आई वेंट फिर मैंने ध्यान से कास्टिंग देखा तो उसमें लिखा हुआ आता है स्पेशल थैंक्स टू पीयूष मिश्रा.
Oh, this guy's some Piyush Mishra mega fan, dude. He's not simping about this
Yeah.
guy. But you know, I remember talking about Legend of Bhagat Singh. I remember the Sunny Deol part of it. Wait, Sunny Deol was in the Bobby Deol one?
I have not seen the Bobby Deol one.
So I don't
See, so
remember.
Chandrasekhar Azad was played by
Yes.
Sunny Deol in one of
He
the
was
movies.
played Chandrasekhar Azad. I don't know which film it is. It must be either of the two.
I think then
Oh.
must be the Bobby Deol one because
Of course.
that one scene of the
Hmm.
death of Chandrasekhar Azad and how he was surrounded
Yeah.
in that park where he was
Ambushed. Yeah.
ambushed and all. That scene is great. Yeah, Sunny Deol with Chandrasekhar Azad in the Shaheed movie.
Bobby
the
Deol
Bobby
one.
Deol. Great scene, dude. Great action. And there's this final scene, right? There's this final part of the scene where he finally loses his life. He gets shot.
हाँ,
Yes.
हाँ,
Loses his
हाँ,
life. He's fighting
हाँ,
till the end.
हाँ, हाँ, हाँ.
Okay. And oh no, I think with the last bullet he takes his life. He
Yeah,
takes
He
his
shoots
life.
himself with
He
the
shoots
final
himself.
bullet.
He said
Yeah.
मैं आजाद जिया
Yeah.
था, मैं आजाद ही मर
Yeah,
गया.
but his eyes are still open.
Yes.
Okay, at least in the scene. So like a British officer like comes forward, sees that his guy is still alive, and he freaks out, and then like goes and runs behind like a
Oh,
rock
yeah.
and all again.
Yes.
And that part is very cool.
So
I mean, sorry, Chandrasekhar Azad ji, to be I don't want to be disrespectful.
नहीं मतलब
no,
like
You know what I mean?
but
that scene is
उस
very cool.
एक्टर ने इतना कमाल
Yeah, Sunny
किया
Deol ने
Yeah.
बहुत सिखा.
और
Yeah.
फिर जो इमेज चंद्रशेखर आजाद की है
exactly.
कि
Yeah.
एक फियरलेस की
Fearless,
मतलब वो एक
yeah.
ऐसे थे कि जिनसे सारे अंग्रेज डरते
Yeah.
थे.
That's exactly.
ये
So-
ये सामने आ गए.
Yeah, so I'm a bit of a history nut, so I keep reading about all of this. So
Okay.
that scene is actually rather accurate to what had actually happened.
What really?
Yes, it was.
Oh,
So, firstly, interestingly, Chandrasekhar Azad was only 25 when that happened.
yeah.
Whoa.
Hmm.
Yes,
Okay.
he was only 25 when he died, and like the Britishers especially had sheer terror of this man because he had like taken their case in so many different occasions.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so be it like the Kakori Khan that happened or a few other times, and he was a master of disguise.
Hmm.
So you
Really?
couldn't
Wow.
figure out that it's him, even if there's like only 4 people in the room. You wouldn't recognize him that, oh, this is in fact Chandrasekhar Azad. So
Hmm.
that's how great he was, and that's why like they went after him so much. Even after he was dead, they were still like a little hesitant to admit, oh, that he might finally be dead, and they were a little scared to go and approach his body. That was just
Yeah.
the sheer terror that the man had.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's damn cool.
Yeah. And same for Bhagat Singh. Bhagat Singh was 23 years old.
23,
Yeah, 23
bro.
years old.
Like if you read what he's written
Crazy. It's crazy.
at the age of 23,
It's unbelievable.
bro, it's unbelievable. मतलब
How old were Sukhdev and Rajguru?
Same age only.
Sukhdev
इसी
was a
around पे
little
थे.
older
Okay.
than Bhagat Singh. He was around 25-ish,
Okay.
not very old. And Rajguru was the same age as Bhagat Singh.
Bro, मतलब like so again my Bhagat Singh knowledge का जो स्टार्ट हुआ था कि मेरे को उनके बारे में जानना है और पढ़ना है was through पीयूष मिश्रा only because पीयूष
Okay.
मिश्रा always says
Oh,
कि-
kind of same. Yeah.
या सो पीयूष मिश्रा ने अपनी जितनी भी बार उनकी आजादी के बारे में बात हुई है या फ्रीडम स्ट्रगल के बारे में बात हुई है, भगत सिंह के बारे में बात हुई है, ऑलवेज सेड कि मैं जब गगन दमा बाजो लिख रहा था तो मैं ऐसे कहता था कि भगत सिंह मेरा दोस्त है.
Yeah.
मैंने इतना पढ़ना शुरू किया भगत सिंह के
Oh,
बारे में
wow.
कि जब भी मैं उनके बारे में या उनके ऊपर कोई कविता या कुछ भी लिखता था, मैं ऐसे बात करता था कि हाँ भाई भगत, तुम्हें क्या लगता है कि ये जो मैं लिख रहा हूँ ये तुम्हारे बारे में सही लिख रहा हूँ? एंड देन ही सेज कि मुझे वहां से जवाब भी आता. ऑब्वियसली इट्स हिज
It's a full Lagera Munna Bhai moment.
या
Yes,
सो
it
ही वाज
is.
लाइक कि मैंने भगत सिंह को अपना दोस्त मान लिया था.
Yeah.
और मैं जितना भी उनके बारे में लिखता था पढ़ता था, मैं उनसे क्रॉस चेक करता था कि हाँ मैं ये लिख रहा हूँ आपके हिसाब से सही है. फिर मुझे फीडबैक आता था, फिर मैं लिखता था. इस तरीके से उन्होंने बताया ये. एंड दैट फॉर मी वाज सो ब्यूटीफुल.
Exactly.
was
exactly.
so I मेरे घर पे लॉकडाउन में आई वाज लिसनिंग टू दिस 1 hour 45 minutes का उनका एक talk
Hmm.
that is entirely on
It's
Bhagat
called
Singh.
Bhagat Singh,
Wow.
my friend.
Bhagat Singh, mera dost Bhagat Singh, my friend.
It's
Okay.
a TED talk that he's
Yeah.
given,
On
and
Bhagat
it's
Singh.
about how the character of Bhagat
Hmm.
Singh quite literally haunted him. Like he
Wow.
could see him in his sleep.
Yeah.
That is how much he was inspired by it, to an extent where he was living with him, pretty much, because he's a writer at the end of the day.
Sure.
So
Yeah.
he has that kind of creative streak in him that he could
True.
visualize a lot
True.
of the
True.
things as
True.
well. Just a crazy thing about how these boys of HSRA, the Hindustan Socialist Republican Association, which was the party of Bhagat Singh
Yeah.
and Chandrasekhar Azad and Rajguru and all of them were. So they bombed the parliament, right? This must have this is a very popular thing that we were taught in history.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That they bombed the parliament with smoke bombs.
Yeah.
So after that, the trial started, and Rajguru, being the total londa that he was,
Hmm.
went into the parliament, and so they were just taking a cross of him. They were asking him questions about. So the entire international media was present. The press was present
Okay.
inside the court, and he started narrating the story of how a bomb is made.
Yeah.
He was telling,
No. Actually, it wasn't that. It was so जिसने इनके ऊपर blame लगाया था ना
हाँ.
कि तुम कि तुमने बॉम्ब बनाया है, तो इज लाइक सर हम तो अपन ने कैसे बॉम्ब
Exactly.
बना लिया और तुम कैसे कह सकते हो कि हमने बॉम्ब बनाया है? तो उसने बोला कि तुमने इस बंदे से सीखा है बॉम्ब बनाना, ये रहा
हाँ.
विटनेस स्टैंड। तो वो बंदा जिससे उन्होंने सीखा होता है बॉम्ब बनाना, उसको वो विटनेस स्टैंड में ले आते हैं।
हाँ.
एंड देन ही इज लाइक ये क्या हमें बताया कैसे, खुद नहीं आता बॉम्ब बनाना ये
हाँ.
वो। तो ऐसे उसको इतना उन लोग ने वो किया
Oh, wow.
दैट ही सेड कि अच्छा तुम कहते हो कि मुझे बॉम्ब बनाना नहीं आता, बॉम्ब के लिए ये लगता है, ये लगता है, ये लगता है, ये लगता है, ये
Oh,
लगता है।
wow. That's
And the
crazy.
entire media wrote
Yeah.
it down.
and the next day in all national newspapers and
There's a
international,
printing.
there's
कि
recipes of
कैसे
how a
कैसे
कैसे
bomb is
बनाना है
made.
बॉम्ब।
Oh, that's
So
crazy,
and
dude.
Rajguru said also कि थैंक यू कि तुम्हारी वजह से अब इस देश का बच्चा
बच्चा bomb
जानता है
बनाया।
कि रिवोल्ट कैसे कर सकते हैं।
हाँ.
So fucking
Bombs से तो
crazy.
नहीं करने चाहिए पर
नहीं उस
But
टाइम
उस
के
time पे ठीक
हालात
था।
अलग थे
Exactly.
ना यार।
So yeah, obviously very different context to the
Yes,
world that we're living in today.
correct.
Yeah.
100%. But yeah, just to show the boys' side of all of these boys, in fact.
हाँ, at the end of the day they were 22,
They were
23.
22,
Yeah, they were
23.
They,
in
and
that.
the reason why I bring Piyush Mishra up when Bhagat Singh happens is because like whenever we talk about Bhagat Singh, this man comes to my mind is because उन्होंने अपनी writing में
Exactly.
भगत सिंह को इतने अच्छे, अब जैसे सटायर हो गया या
Yeah.
असली में सीख हो गया, अब जैसे उनका एक गाना है जिसके हैमलेट है शायद, उसमें वो एक लाइन बोलते हैं कि अरे गया भगत सिंह छुट्टी पे, भाई टॉम क्रूज को लाओ।
Yes.
इट्स लाइक अ टॉन्ट ऑन दिस जनरेशन कि भाई तुम लोग को अपना हिस्ट्री जानना है नहीं जानना है, दैट डजंट मैटर टू यू गाइस टुडे।
Yeah.
तुम्हारे लिए क्या है, गया भगत सिंह छुट्टी पे, भाई टॉम क्रूज दिखा दो, टॉप गन दिखा दो, चलेगा, भगत सिंह के बारे में नहीं जानना, which I think should
Yeah.
not happen. Like
So-
you should know your history.
Yeah, so it's one of his only lines in the Ram Prasad Bismal song that he's written, Sarfaroshi Ki Tamanna.
सरफरोशी की
So he's
तमन्ना।
written a very pop version of the song, which is
Yeah.
relevant to today's day. In which there's a line, ओरे बिस्मिल काशा आते आज तुम हिंदोस्ता, आज के लौंडे तो साले ये ट्रशन में थ्रिल में है, which is again a fantastic way
Oh,
to
wow.
show what the youth of today has
Yeah.
become and how different we are to what
Amazing,
times used
amazing.
to be. Yeah.
What do you guys which actor do you think has done the most patriotic
Justice?
films?
Okay.
Justice.
I thought you were going to ask which actor did the most justice to the character of Bhagat Singh.
I mean, sure, yeah, okay. That's a also a
So,
good question.
यार
Okay.
मैंने अजय देवगन वाली ही भगत सिंह देखी है, तो I
I-
think
अच्छा,
I actually liked the Rang De Basanti version of Bhagat Singh as well. I
no,
think
Amir played Bhagat Singh.
no,
No,
Amir
Amir
played
played
Chandrasekhar
Azad.
Azad.
Oh,
yeah.
Siddharth played Bhagat Singh.
Siddharth played the role of Bhagat Singh.
Yeah.
I find that it was only like what 10-15 minutes of him
Yeah.
as Bhagat Singh,
Bhagat Singh, yeah.
but I find it a good job. Like he's done a fantastic job, and especially
Sure, fair.
the director has really like very sincerely recreated that era
Yeah.
today.
But I like Ajay Devgan was nice, but Bobby Deol was also quite nice in
Yeah.
Shahid. I would
Bobby
say.
Deol is a good actor, man.
Yeah, I would say.
No doubt.
Yeah, Bobby Deol, the Deol family gets a bad rap nowadays
Yeah,
for being like bad dancers and not great actors.
But I
they
think
are some
Deol
great-
family has created like some bro,
Yeah.
Dharmender, Ajay,
Yeah.
ये और Bobby Deol, Sunny
Sunny-
Deol.
let's not even
Abhay
get
Deol.
into
Abhay
Abhay Deol,
Deol.
dude.
I
Abhay
think-
Deol
Hema
is-
Malini is also there.
Yeah.
So इन लोग ने चाहे तुम इनका जितना भी मजाक उड़ा लो, डीजे बॉबी बोल लो या डांस के बारे में बात कर लो या
Bobby.
whatever, but so there was this time when Bobby Deol was the talk of the town, the
Yep.
hottest
Yeah,
property
yeah.
of Bollywood.
yeah.
So
Still, one of my favorite songs ever in Bollywood is "Teri aankhon mein basa hai."
Yep,
तेरा ही
100%.
चेहरा
तेरा ही
Okay,
इतना-
copyright issues, guys. Let's
Okay,
not.
sorry.
No, he said it wrong, so it's fine.
Okay.
We can't get copyright. Gotcha. Can you? Okay, that's
No.
for a different question.
Yeah.
For a different day.
Let's not lay
But-
bait to get copyrights.
Okay, we'll say Ajay Devgan was the better Bhagat Singh because I guess
Cool.
we've seen more
Most
movies.
of us have watched
Watched
that movie. Yeah.
we'll say. Coming back to which actor do you think, if you had to say, has done the most patriotic? I think Sunny Deol would be up
Akshay
there.
Kumar?
Akshay Kumar,
Akshay
dude.
Kumar, at this point, sure,
Yeah.
of course, Akshay Kumar.
Like every August, he comes up with a new patriotic film.
But dude, I feel like Sunny Deol has done quite a few, man.
He's done quite a
Hmm.
few. Yes,
Then Legend of Bhagat Sing, sorry, the Shahid movie.
Border,
Then Border, yes.
Gadar.
Gadar. All those other where he's a police officer and all.
Yeah, he's done quite a
He
few.
has a
of those.
speech in every movie
Yeah.
about the Vardi and
Ashraf
the
Ali. Ashraf
Yes.
Ali.
Oh,
Ashraf
iconic,
Ali.
iconic.
Yeah,
Iconic.
yeah. So I think he's done quite a few. See, if you think about it, Akshay Kumar has done like 4, 5, 6 only.
No,
not
no,
that
no,
many.
no, more than that.
Patriotic
More than-
movies.
Yeah, yeah.
So okay, Holiday, Baby,
Holiday, Baby, Gold,
Gold,
Airlift.
Airlift.
He's done वो कौन सी थी यार?
Gold.
Gold तो बोल
Gold
दी.
बोल
Gold बोल दी.
Kesari is
Kesari,
yes.
Kesari,
Kesari,
yes.
is a
Kesaria, which is the
Kesari.
what is the
Kesari,
movie?
Kesari.
Kesari.
Kesariya गाना है भाई.
Kesari गाना, sorry,
हाँ.
sorry.
Kesari is another one.
पांच हो गए, हाँ.
Prithviraj is kind of no, but it's
Bro, it is
history.
it is patriotism.
Yeah, it is
in
It
about
is fighting
Yeah,
invaders.
definitely,
yeah.
yeah.
ठीक है, चलो 6, हाँ.
Yeah.
चलो, हाँ, काफी है.
But I think there's more.
Suryavanshi.
Wait, yeah,
Suryavanshi.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's 7. Wow, that's quite a lot.
I think
yeah.
there's a few
And there are
also.
more. There are more.
In
They-
the 90s and all, did he play police
It
officer?
cannot be
मैं खिलाड़ी
only
तो
this
is
much,
not
bro.
patriotic.
No,
I
it's
would
not.
say.
So
Rowdy
post-
Rathore.
No,
Bro, Rowdy Rathore is a full patriot.
shut the
ठीक है,
fuck
okay,
up.
sorry.
Chandni Chowk to China.
Rustam,
not seen.
Rustam, Rustam,
Rustam.
That's 8. Wow,
Rustam,
that's-
Gabbar,
Gabbar. Oh yeah,
Gabbar.
Gabbar is
Wow.
मंगल वो
Special 26.
नहीं अरे
That's
मंगल
obviously
यार
not patriotic.
वो patriotism
Special
नहीं है
26 is about this
No,
income
no.
tax
Income tax,
department.
but that's
अरे
not.
but
that
bro
doesn't
he's
be
the
patriotic.
bogus
Yeah.
Fair.
but this यार
Sorry,
मंगल
spoiler alert about special.
this
Chapter.
Mars movie Mission Mangal
Mission Mangal, हाँ, correct.
Mission Mangal
Mission Mangal. Oh yeah.
yes
That's
ठीक है.
like 10.
that's quite a lot
quite a lot,
okay
it's
the toilet ek prem katha it's not
Toilet,
out and
yeah.
out patriotism but
is.
it's a very
but it is
important
country
issue.
development.
Yeah, it is social development
Yeah.
and yeah.
Namaste London bro that speech
Oh, yeah.
That is-
I don't know if it's a
Wow.
patriotic
I don't even think
movie
Namaste London is-
Yeah.
I would say it is. It
but
is
then that
for the love of
speech,
your
that-
country.
yeah that
Yeah.
speech
I
that's
think in fact
amazing
from that speech onwards he's done more patriotic films.
Yeah, bro.
My favorite
Before
Katrina
that, he
Kaif role
hasn't
till
done
date,
many.
by the way. My favorite Katrina Kaif role till date.
Jolly LLB 2
Yeah. Oh yeah.
जॉली LLB 2 सारी उसकी जो वो थी बढ़िया वाली जो जिसमें वो पुलिस ऑफिसर बनता है मैं खिलाड़ी तू अनाड़ी
नहीं,
नहीं,
that's
वो-
not patriotic.
पेट्रियोटिक नहीं है अच्छा ओके
बिल्कुल भी नहीं है. No.
खाकी
Khaki, yeah.
Khaki is patriotic though.
Dude, it says the name
the
is
name is
khaki.
खाकी
I mean, so isn't it about like some love and some betrayal and shit?
no it's
No,
about एक
It's about
पुलिस
worthy.
yeah
It is about the Vardi.
I think it has to be अक्षय कुमार and अभी वो एक दो और पिक्चरें कर रहा
Must
है
be.
जो आने वाली हैं
Yeah.
And so easily, dude. Like Sunny Deol is not even close.
Yeah, not even close. That's what I'm saying. Akshay Kumar has done more. I think on second number, still Sunny Deol wouldn't stand. John
So
Abraham.
from all of those, which would you
Hmm.
say is your favorite? Akshay Kumar.
From
Akshay
the
Kumar movie.
Akshay Kumar universe of
I really
patriotic
like
movies.
Baby. Baby was
I like
damn
Baby.
fun.
Sure, Baby
वो
was
उसने
damn
वो
fun.
भी करी थी नाम शबाना उसमें उसका कैमियो था
Boss, I was just telling you about Naam Shabana.
Yeah.
So Naam Shabana is the prequel to Baby.
Yes, it is.
it's a spin-off तापसी
Spin-off,
पन्नू के
but
कैरेक्टर का
spin-off and
spin-off है वो.
prequel.
Yeah.
Spin-off.
Spin-off which happens before the events
Yeah,
of
before the
Yeah,
events. of
true,
the thing,
true,
yeah,
true.
correct. And it's a good movie, by the way.
It's a good.
Yeah,
I like.
better.
I really
Yeah.
like Baby.
I love
Yeah,
Baby.
yeah,
yeah.
Great film.
It's
No,
a movie.
the
guys.
It's a
film-
movie, guys. हाँ,
Please.
it's a movie.
It's a film where he goes to
It's
arrest a
the movie,
terrorist.
yeah, it's
Baby
it's
is
a
their
movie.
the name of their cohort ops or something. That's
Hmm,
the
hmm,
Yes.
name they get at the end.
Yeah,
of the
yeah.
movie,
Yes.
you know,
उस ग्रुप को वो लोग
yeah.
बेबी
इस ग्रुप को हम
Yeah.
बुलाते हैं
Baby.
This is
डैनी
Danny
डेंजोक्पा
Denzopa, yes, correct. Jesus.
अच्छा आपको एक
so
और डैनी
from-
डेंजोक्पा के बारे में बात बताओ
हाँ।
गब्बर वाला जो रोल है वो पहले डैनी डेंजोक्पा
क्या
करना
बात कर
From
रहे हैं?
Sholay.
From
या ब्रो
अमजद खान का?
या तो
Oh damn.
शोले का जो रोल है वो शोले में जो गब्बर का रोल है these guys wanted डैनी डेंजोक्पा to do that
You would have been good, Danny.
एंड डैनी के पास डेट्स नहीं थी तो इन लोग ने अमजद खान के साथ अमजद खान ना अमजद
Yeah,
खान के
Amjad
साथ
Yeah.
शूट किया आधी फिल्म पूरी शूट करने के बाद भी प्रोड्यूसर डायरेक्टर्स वाले लाइक डैनी को ले आओ यार इसको निकाल दो कोई वो
हाँ।
नहीं है नहीं रखना नहीं है एंड
क्या
देन दे वर
बात
लाइक
कर
दे
रहे
वर नॉट एबल टू गेट डैनी एट ऑल
And then some
एंड
big
देन दे
scene
वर
or
लाइक
something
कि
like
चलो कर लो यार अब आधी शूट कर ली है वी
Yeah.
कांट लाइक तो उन्होंने पूरी गब्बर के साथ शूट करी एंड शोले का गब्बर का एक
Yeah.
डायलॉग
Dialogue, हाँ.
आइकॉनिक है
As they say, the rest
Wow.
is history.
या
crazy.
मतलब एज बेसिक एज कितने आदमी थे
Yeah.
Yeah.
होली कब है?
होली
Done.
कब है इट इज आइकॉनिक
कितना इनाम रखी है
कितना
सरकार
इनाम
ने.
रखी है
कितना
सरकार हम पर
Every single
yeah.
हाथ मुझे दे दे
there
ठाकुर.
is a very cool very old now interview with Amjad Khan. Basically, he's being interviewed by this I think this Pakistani
okay
news outlet or something like that. No, a Pakistani news outlet which is based in the UK or something like
Okay.
that. Okay, so they are visiting India and they have gone to his house and they're interviewing him in his house. And just this guy's so frank,
yeah
like talking about the media, talking about
Haan.
paparazzi, like back then when he was alive and shit. And amazing, he's talking about why movies work, why movies, why movies,
Yeah,
some of
yeah,
these
yeah.
movies don't work. Amazing, dude. Very
Amjad
frank,
Khan
very amazing interview.
Was a bit of a
Check it out.
philosophical person
Yeah,
also.
he was.
Yeah, no doubt, no
It
doubt,
was
no
very
doubt, no
cool.
doubt.
Yeah.
अच्छा
It's
वन
very
क्वेश्चन आई हैव आप लोगों के हिसाब से द ओजी पेट्रियोटिज्म वाली मूवी कौन सी है लाइक द
OG,
लाइक आई
the
थिंक दी ओजी इससे बेटर पेट्रियोटिज्म मतलब वाली मूवी जो जिसने आपके अंदर जगा दिया हो मतलब
I think for me it has to be border, man. Like how can it be anything else?
Yeah.
I would say.
So
For how old are you?
I'm 24.
24. I'm 30.
25
Yeah. So I think people for me and younger and a little older than me even would all of us would be border because that's the first
सी मेरे लिए
big-
भी बॉर्डर है बट
हाँ.
आई थिंक
border सबके लिए है, okay?
बॉर्डर मतलब
Yeah.
तुम्हारे लिए पेट्रियोटिज्म के मामले में क्या चल रहा है
Patriotism के मामले में क्या चल रहा है? Okay,
मतलब लाइक
let's,
मूवीज की
yeah.
ऐसा कौन सा
Yeah. So if you ask like what like made me feel like India and made me say Jai Hind in the theater and all that, I think now I didn't see Border in the theaters.
Oh, I saw it in theater.
No, I
Yeah,
was
yeah.
too small when Border came out
Okay.
to see it in the theater.
Okay.
But I think that would have been one film that would have made me say.
हाँ ब्रो वैसे बॉर्डर ने जो इमोशंस जगा दिए थे ना अंदर
I mean, when Sunil Shetty says "Ma Shakti," you really you feel it. You feel it.
यार see it sounds so illogical but
Yeah.
then in that moment वो लैंड माइन उठा के भाग रहा है
Yeah, exactly.
and वो जाके
Yeah, correct. For its time, I would say it's like a very groundbreaking film.
Yeah, bro.
Because there were
No
explosions
doubt.
which were breaking
No
the ground
doubt.
in
just
the movie. But also, like, dude, the number of actors they were able to get to play all those
and
roles.
the production quality.
So who
I
was?
mean,
Sunil Shetty was there.
Akshay
Sunny Deol,
Khanna,
Akshay Khanna.
Sunil Shetty, Sunny Deol
Sunny
was
Deol.
of course the lead role.
They were.
सबसे आइकॉनिक डायलॉग
Puneet sir was there.
या ब्रो पुनीत सर
Kulbhushan Kharbanda was there.
Yeah, wow.
कुलभूषण वाज दैट गाय ना जो खाना
Cook,
बना के
the cook,
कुक
yes.
या भाई वो डायलॉग मधुरा दास
Oh yeah.
इससे पहले कि मैं तुझे गद्दार करार देकर
Jackie
गोली मार
Shroff
दूं
was there,
भाग
dude.
जा यहाँ से
Oh yeah,
Jackie
Jackie Shroff.
Shroff.
Even the scene
Tabu is
where
there. Pooja Bhatt is there.
the Jackie Shroff scene where it's the dark of the night and
Yeah.
they're about to like start retreating. The Indian army is starting to retreat
Yeah.
and they're like cornered
And
from
then
all sides.
and
the planes
Air Force
start
comes
to
in.
fly
Yeah,
in.
that's great.
ब्रो
Right?
दैट डायलॉग
अरे,
Pure
के
goosebumps.
रात है तो इसलिए हमारा पेन नहीं उठता something.
Yeah.
That dialogue is so famous. Everyone
यार
understands.
वो
Dude,
डायलॉग
So because of that, I know that our planes can't fly at
Fly
night.
at night.
And it's so sad.
Yeah.
They can't fly at night, dude. There's radar and shit. What the fuck?
जिंदगी और मौत वाहेगुरु के हाथ में और मेरा वाहेगुरु दुश्मन के साथ नहीं मेरे साथ
मेरे साथ है oh yeah.
This is whose dialogue? Sunny
दिस
Deol.
इज सनी
Sunny
देओल
Deol.
Mera Vaheguru.
Yes.
Say it like Sunny. I'm sure you can do it.
Can you do a Sunny Deol?
Tera
Please
होता
do
है.
a Sunny Deol.
who can match सनी देओल ब्रो एक वो शायद तुम नहीं
साथ है?
जानते ये
मेरे
धरती
साथ
शेर
ही।
भी पैदा करती है दूसरों को मिट्टी में मिलाने वाले शेर
Are you just
Ooh.
reading
Yeah,
Sunny
bro.
Deol's diary?
Yes. Yes.
Sunny Deol
Come.
writes goes home and writes at
बॉर्डर
night.
बॉर्डर यार वो डायलॉग कितना फेमस है चिड़िया नाल बाज लड़ावा
Oh yeah.
जी हाँ आई थिंक बॉर्डर ने इतने कमाल के डायलॉग्स दिए
Yeah,
हैं ना
great.
Crazy, crazy.
सारे के एंड बॉर्डर का वो सीन कितना फेमस है जब वो ऊपर पायलट को देख के ऐसा थम्स अप दिखा
Oh
रहा है
yeah. That's the scene I'm talking about. That's the
Yeah.
scene where he comes
When
in
he
with
comes
the
now,
fucking-
Jackie Shroff comes and
Yeah,
saves
and
Yeah.
bombs all the
cavalry.
tanks.
हाँ, हाँ,
Yes.
हाँ,
Bombs
हाँ.
all the tanks of the
Yes.
Pakistan army and then flies off. And then he says a
Yeah.
sher to Sunny
Yeah.
Deol over the fucking radio.
रेडियो
He's doing shero shairi in the middle of a war.
bro the thing is it is all so believable
Yeah,
and
yeah.
all so like it gives
Absolutely.
that feeling कि
Yeah, it gets you going. Like
Yeah.
it makes you cheer for these boys who are really
Absolutely.
trying to do something.
Also, the song, bro, Sandese Aate Hain.
Oh,
Sandese
yeah.
Fab
Aate Hain.
song.
Fab song.
Fab song.
Yeah.
Fab song.
Just the sheer amount of emotions they've
That
explored in that
10
one 10
and a
minute song.
half
Or even the
minutes.
other song. Ye haare hue lamhon.
Oh yeah.
Actually, ये जो गाना
What
है,
is that song? What is the name of the song?
You
मेरे
only tell.
मेरे पास एक संदेश आते हैं कि बहुत कमाल बैक स्टोरी है. सो these guys were like, so इस टाइम पे ना अनु मलिक का कुछ इतना नाम नहीं चल रहा था उस टाइम पे कि अनु मलिक
हाँ.
इज द शीज करके. बट अनु मलिक के पास जब ये मूवी आई बॉर्डर बनाने के लिए, सो लाइक दे वर लाइक जैमिंग, थिंकिंग क्या करना है क्या नहीं करना. सो लिरिक्स जावेद अख्तर के हैं, म्यूजिक अनु मलिक का है,
Okay, yeah.
एंड आवाज सोनू
Dude,
निगम
Anu
की
Malik
है.
has talked about, by the way, he was
Yeah.
on Cyrus Says. On that episode, he talked
Hmm.
about how he wrote.
Exactly,
this-
वही स्टोरी बता रहा था मैं,
Yeah.
where he's like, so they were like trying to crack this song because everybody was like, ये गाना जो होना चाहिए ना, कमाल होना चाहिए, this should be the highlight of the movie.
Yeah.
And like it turned out to be. So they were JP Datta, Javed Akhtar and Anu Malik, these guys were sitting and they were trying to crack this song. And JP Datta randomly says कि यार वो तेरी कौन सी गाने की एक टोन थी जो तूने मेरे को सुनाई थी, अब मेरे को याद में नहीं आ रही. एंड देन अनु मलिक स्टार्ट्स हमिंग ना 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 ना, उसने बस इतना करके बोला एंड जावेद, और वो ये बोलता रहा एंड जेपी दत्ता ये रिपीट पे मतलब हम करता
Yeah.
रहा. एंड जावेद अख्तर सेड कि he said some words and Anu Malik picked up the register and he started writing and Javed Akhtar started saying, वो बोलते गए, वो लिखते गए, वो
Oh.
बोलते गए, वो लिखते गए और 10 पन्नों तक लिखते गए.
Oh damn.
Wow.
एंड
Crazy.
और फिर यहाँ से उन्होंने ये हुक रखा है, गुजरने वाली हवा बता, सॉरी फॉर द सुर, बट
Yes.
एनीवे,
No, it's okay.
सो उन्होंने ये हुक
No,
रखा
that
and
was done to avoid copyright, I guess.
so
Exactly.
so apparently this song, the song जो 11 मिनट का गाना है, वो आधे घंटे में लिख लिया गया था. और ये अगर
Wow.
तुम इसके लिरिक्स देखोगे तो आई
Beautiful.
थिंक it's the most one of the most beautiful songs to
Yeah.
ever come out. And
Yeah.
I think 30 pages तक ये लोग लिखते गए,
Yeah.
लिखते गए. Like imagine Javed Akhtar is sitting and he's like reciting poetry to you in a way.
Yeah, dude.
And then you're just writing without asking any questions. JP Datta is just sitting and listening and
Yeah.
and
So-
this is what like drives me towards like something like this, when
Yeah.
कि you literally, तुमने खाली पन्ना था,
हाँ.
उसके ऊपर तुमने क्या क्रिएट कर दिया यार.
अचानक से एकदम
अचानक से
spur
वहां
of the
पे
moment.
लिजिट आधे घंटे पहले उस जगह पे कुछ नहीं था और अब
Yeah.
तुमने वहां पे इतनी मॉन्यूमेंटल चीज रख दी है कि वो हिस्ट्री का पार्ट हो
It's
गई.
timeless, dude.
And very less people can do that.
Yeah.
I know all of us, you, me, you, we like to believe that we are creative people, right?
Yeah.
Of course we would not like get us onto that pedestal जिनके बारे में हम बात कर रहे हैं, but to be in that line, in that category कि जिसके top heads ये लोग हैं,
Yeah.
हम उस उस सूची में हैं.
Yeah.
I think that in itself makes me feel proud about
Yeah.
the field that I'm
Yeah.
in, कि यार मैं कुछ नहीं से बहुत कुछ
Yeah.
बनाने की क्षमता रख सकता हूँ. And I think
Yeah.
that's very beautiful.
I think just to be
Absolutely.
part of, just to be an ever so tiny part of doing
yeah.
what these people
What-
have
what
already
these
done.
people do.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So I think that's another very beautiful piece on patriotism on India,
Okay.
on Hindustan is one. अच्छा मैं ये पूरा पढ़ूंगा, ठीक है? तो ये
Oh wait.
okay, I know. Okay.
Okay. Oh damn.
ठीक है. I
know where this is going.
What is, I don't know.
Yeah,
what this is.
okay. I'll do that. अगर खिलाफ है होने दो, जान थोड़ी है, ये सब धुआं है, कोई आसमान थोड़ी है, लगेगी आग तो आएंगे घर कई जद में, यहाँ पे सिर्फ हमारा मकान थोड़ी है. मैं जानता हूं कि दुश्मन भी कम नहीं, लेकिन हमारी तरह हथेली पे जान थोड़ी है. हमारे मुंह से जो निकले वही सदाकत है, हमारे मुंह में तुम्हारी जुबान थोड़ी है. जो आज साहिब मसनद हैं कल नहीं होंगे, जो आज साहिब मसनद हैं कल नहीं होंगे, किराएदार हैं जाती मकान थोड़ी है. सभी का खून है शामिल यहाँ की मिट्टी में, किसी के बाप का हिंदुस्तान थोड़ी है.
क्या बात.
I don't remember this. What is this part of the
So
movie?
this is a ghazal by the famous poet who we lost during the
Yeah.
pandemic. राहत इंदौरी साहब.
Okay.
Also Snayhil,
जिन्होंने वो लिखी है बुलाती है मगर जाने का नहीं,
बुलाती
जो
है
बहुत
मगर
फेमस
जाने
हुई
का
थी.
नहीं. You must have seen it on Instagram trends. and
Yeah.
Alright.
So Snayhil, quick trivia. This episode comes out on 12th of August.
Hmm.
It's the second death anniversary of Rahat Indori on the 11th of August, just a day prior to that. So big tributes to
big
Rahat sahab.
big tributes. I think he's written beautifully about this country.
Yeah,
Beautifully about this.
beautiful.
And one of the pieces was this.
Yeah, beautiful, absolutely beautiful.
Also, he's also the guy who wrote M bole to.
What?
Yeah.
From where to where?
That's the range,
Great
na?
song, but yes. Another aspect of patriotic movies is patriotic sports movies.
Oh yeah,
Because
sure.
and that
Chak de India.
yeah, I would say yeah,
70
right up there, right?
70 minute hai
So
tumhare paas.
would you call Chak De the best sports Indian patriotic movie?
Yeah, I guess.
It's right up there. 83
it's right
could be
up there.
In
bro.
sports, yes.
Yes, right.
Acha, another very
And Chak De
weird.
has everything. Chak De has like
It does.
someone trying to get his name back.
Yeah.
Like
आपने ABCD 2 देखी है? Sorry, एकदम से मैं डांस पे चला गया, but आपने ABCD 2 देखी है?
I've seen the
नहीं.
songs.
ठीक
Beautiful
है,
songs.
ABCD 2 के एंड में ना they are doing this India Patriotic
Oh, yeah.
Act, ठीक है, जो उनका लास्ट फिनाले परफॉर्मेंस है, that is on India. And at that point, I was watching it in the theater, and it was such a build-up in the movie
Mhm.
that I almost cried when
Yeah.
they were like talking about their country, the culture,
Wow.
I was like, bro, mera desh.
Yeah.
ठीक
It
है,
gets
and
you going, dude.
it gets you going, yeah. And I was
100%.
surprised. I was like, out of every patriotic
Yeah.
movie that I watched,
Are you sure they didn't just you didn't just crying to get the movie over?
No,
like,
no.
khatam ho gayi hai
I
picture.
am sure it was like, I was like, bro, out of all the patriotic movies that I've watched, out of all the texts that I read,
Yeah.
this is making me tear up. And I think it was amazing, the whole experience, the song, the build up, like the struggle to reach there.
Yeah.
It was all together. And then Varun Dhawan just, ऐसा अपना तिरंगा फहराता है. And I'm
Oh
like,
yeah.
bro.
I forgot the name of the guy who's at the bottom of that pyramid. I think
Puneet.
it was Puneet and Salman.
Yeah.
Were at the bottom. So he
Puneet
gets,
and D.
yeah, Puneet and D. So he gets himself injured while
Yeah.
doing
He is
it.
Dharmesh sir.
D is Dharmesh.
Yeah, D is Dharmesh. So
I know this from dance.
So he gets himself injured. He's bleeding from his mouth.
Yeah,
and
that
then
is
he
Puneet. That
yeah.
is Puneet.
And
Yeah.
then he stands up again, and they make the fucking pyramid, and then he waves the flag.
Yeah,
It gets
bro,
you
it
going,
was
dude.
amazing. It was
Yeah.
amazing. So yeah, we can come back to Chak De India, but I think the movie जिसने
Yeah.
patriotism का मेरा ऐसा वो छू लिया थोड़ा सा,
But
वो ये भी थी.
speaking of
ABCD.
moments,
I think that's the best
Yeah.
review ABC2 has ever gotten.
so speaking of moments about patriotism that get you going,
Yeah.
the moment when she stopped the final penalty and the camera
Dude,
cuts
yes,
to Shah Rukh Khan,
great scene.
Oh,
and he is just
And he's just
relaxed.
Yes.
He's just
great.
like, oh God, what
Dude,
has
yeah.
happened?
Chak De India, what makes you tear up multiple places.
Yeah, multiple places.
All those Shah Rukh ka backstory places.
Yeah.
Dealing with the being called in
Yeah,
the story.
yeah.
bro,
And
that
in the end, when he comes back, also
Yeah.
that
the
moment is so strong.
scene, see again,
That is Sardar kid.
I
Another
think-
scene in the movie that really gets you going is when the women's team loses the match to the men's team,
Yeah.
but
sure.
they still show them respect by
respect,
giving them the
yeah.
hockey stick.
Yeah.
Another scene
Also,
fantastically done.
अगेन आई थिंक सीन से ज्यादा उस सीन का जो बिल्डअप होता है वो इतना
Yeah.
इंपॉर्टेंट होता है. अब जैसे जो वो आखिर का शाहरुख वाला सीन है कि इसकी हॉकी राइट की तरफ है, राइट को
Yeah.
शॉट लेगी,
Hmm.
पर इसका
नहीं.
पैर तो लेफ्ट की तरफ है,
ये
ये लेफ्ट को शॉट लेगी, या खुदा ये सीधा शॉट लेगी, फिर उसके बाद लाइक विद्या मेरी तरफ देखो, मेरी तरफ देखो. वो
हाँ.
इतना बिल्डअप है,
Yeah.
एंड सडनली सारी साउंड बंद हो गए. Vidya just looks at him
Yeah.
and the sigh that he takes, like relief कि हाँ इसने मेरी तरफ देख लिया, मुझे पता है सीधा शॉट लेगी, और वो उसकी तरफ से हाथ दिखाता है. एंड जब वो सीधा शॉट लेती है एंड
Yeah.
पीछे से फिर मौला बच, ओ
And the fact that during that one single second when the shot
Yeah.
hits her glove, there is no other sound but
नो
just
अदर
the sound
साउंड, या
of the ball hitting her glove.
एंड आई थिंक
Fantastic.
भाई शाहरुख से बेटर पुल ऑफ नहीं कर
नहीं कर
सकता है
सकता,
इसको कोई,
yeah.
नहीं कर सकता,
Sure.
Yeah, I mean,
नहीं कर सकता.
Shah Rukh
that-
stamps
that-
his movies, dude.
Yeah.
He stamps his movies in a way that nobody else can touch them after.
I'm sure you know the 70-minute speech by heart. I'm sure you do.
मेरे को पहले नहीं, मेरे को
I would
पहली
be very
line नहीं.
disappointed if you don't.
नहीं काफी हद तक मेरे को याद है, पर मेरे को पूरी
तो कितना
ऐसा हुआ
कितना?
था.
Let's go first two
नहीं
lines.
नहीं हाँ,
First two
तो
lines.
ये 70 मिनट है तुम्हारे पास, अगर तुम अपनी जिंदगी सबसे अच्छी हॉकी खेल गए, तो तुम खुदा भी तुमसे तुम्हारे 70 मिनट तुमसे
नहीं
वापस
छीन
नहीं
सकता.
छीन सकता.
Yeah.
ये इन 70 मिनट में तुम दिखा, मतलब मैं बहुत टूटा बोल रहा हूँ कि
हाँ.
हर उस इंसान को जिसने तुम पे कभी डाउट किया, हर उस इंसान को जिसने कभी तुम पे ये किया, दिखा दो कि तुम कर सकते हो, तुम ये कर सकते हो. तो ठीक है, मतलब मुझे मालूम है, बट मुझे
Yeah.
इतने वर्ड टू वर्ड नहीं मालूम.
Yeah.
Okay. You have till tomorrow. Go home and learn it.
Yeah.
So, would you say best sports patriotic movie?
Chuck
is
the
Chak
India.
Chuck the India,
Actually
yes.
वो
By a mile.
83 का लहरा दो जो गाना है,
Yeah.
वो भी थोड़ा सा ऐसा.
So, man, I tell you what, I saw 83 in a single screen theater in Dadar, which
Yeah.
had a really nice crowd, like all
Sure, yeah.
young crowd, which was like typical, Indian tier 2 wala crowd.
True.
Yeah. I enjoyed the fuck out of that film, dude.
Yeah, 83 was, dude, I had a good
Yeah,
time.
it was
I saw
I
it,
don't know what
83 बेचारी बस टाइमिंग से मात खा
could
गई.
be, yeah.
Dude, no. It wasn't a fabulous movie.
No,
or
I'll
anything
tell you.
by a
So
long shot.
जितनी वो
It was
pity
it
ना,
was a good film.
It's an
Fair enough.
enjoyable film.
film.
yeah, it's
That's
a
a good
good
word, yeah.
experience. It's a
Yeah.
very good experience.
Yeah,
But the
yeah.
thing is कि जब वो रिलीज हुई, हम जस्ट लॉकडाउन से निकले थे.
Yeah.
वो रिलीज हुई and nobody was expecting another lockdown.
Also, it was hyped for like 2.5
years. And so the thing was कि वो इतना
Yeah.
hype आया, मूवी रिलीज हुई, पहले देखने गए 2 दिन के अंदर अंदर वापस लॉकडाउन.
Yeah.
So I think the
पिट
movie,
गई बेचारी, हाँ.
yeah, तो
और जब खुला भी था तो भी 50% कैपेसिटी से खुला था.
50% कैपेसिटी से
हाँ.
था, राइट.
Uh,
और
you know-
मैंने जब 83 देखी थी पूरे हॉल में अकेला मैं था.
Oh, damn.
oh, really? क्या?
अकेला.
Damn. Nice.
That's
मैंने देखा भी वैसे सुबह
So,
7:30 बजे का शो
The
था.
hall
हाँ,
that
फिर
I
तो
watched
तेरी
it
गलती
मैं
है.
in,
अकेला था.
the hall that I watched it in, it turned into an actual stadium, dude. People were hooting,
hooting, great,
whistling, and
nice.
cheering
My
as though we're watching a live cricket match. It was
yeah.
it was a
So my
beautiful
mom, I
experience.
think ये चीज मेरे को लगती है कि हम लोग जो है ना मूवी को ज्यादा क्रिटिक कर देते हैं.
Yeah.
Yeah.
ठीक है, अब जैसे when it comes to my family, my mom, my dad, my brother, my sister, वो भी अभी वो छोटे हैं तो वो इतना क्रिटिक नहीं करते. My mom, dad have passed this stage, तो वो इतना क्रिटिक नहीं करते. They just enjoy the
Yeah.
experience.
Yeah.
So the scene where रणवीर सिंह छक्का मारता है और कैच कपिल देव करता
Oh
है.
yeah, dude.
Bro, my mom flipped on that scene. She was like, it's so amazing.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
oh,
the most amazing scene in the entire
Yeah.
movie.
Also,
हाँ,
I think
हाँ.
it's also because Kapil Dev was such a hero for
Yeah.
all of
Yeah,
these people.
एक
dude.
मतलब इतनी छोटी छोटी चीजें जो जिन चीजों को हम लोग शायद वो करें कि क्या फूहड़पना है एक तरीके से
Yeah.
अगर कहें तो, पर I think the audience that they are trying to cater to, they are catering it
Exactly.
superbly.
It's
Absolutely.
like
Yeah.
we act a little too elitist
Yeah,
when it comes
bro.
to expressing our love towards the
ये
country.
चीज तो मेरे को
and all
लगती
of
One
this.
of my
Yeah.
favorite scenes from that movie is the unaired match. The match we never
Oh,
got to
yeah.
air.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Because, dude, I can't. Just the circumstances around
Oh,
that
yeah.
match.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Like there was a strike going on because of some BBC strike going on. So there was no one covering
Yeah.
That
any
match.
sports that
Yeah.
day.
And that was actually because there was another match going
Yeah.
on
Which
at
was
the same
Australia,
time.
New Zealand.
Yeah.
Australia, New Zealand. Australia,
Australia,
England.
England.
Australia.
Yeah.
So
So
it
that
was
was the bigger
Australia
match.
and England,
Yeah.
and BBC thought that this is a much bigger match.
Yeah. So if we have to send
Yeah.
people
yeah.
on a strike day, we'll send it to that match.
that match
Haan,
instead.
true,
yeah.
true.
And this match turned out to be one of the greatest matches
Yeah.
played in history.
Ever, yeah.
And Kapil Dev made the highest runs
उस टाइम
ever
का वर्ल्ड
scored.
रिकॉर्ड.
Yeah, world record.
175
75
not
not out.
out.
Which
This
is
is
ridiculous.
like-
And of all the matches for not to
That
be
match,
televised,
yeah.
is
Yeah.
that one
I mean,
match, dude?
even after 40 years in modern cricket, also 175 not out is a huge
Huge
fucking
Yeah,
deal.
absolutely.
Huge
It
deal.
is huge.
Yeah, bro.
absolutely. Only a handful of people have done it also, right?
Yeah,
Hmm.
very few people. have
Also,
actually
now
done
that we are talking about patriotism and our country, I think we should congratulate the entire Commonwealth Games contingent.
Oh,
that-
yeah.
Oh,
dude.
God damn,
Fucking
yeah.
amazing.
Wow.
This
How
this
many
week,
gold? How much gold did they win again?
22 gold
22
medals.
gold medals.
2-2.
Ooh,
Yeah.
wow.
This is without
Wow.
archery
Without
and shooting.
Archery and shooting. I swear, bro, this is so. 2018 में जब हुए थे तो 66 medals आए थे in total, including shooting. ठीक है. And this time when we didn't have shooting, we were like very वो कि यार shooting was one of the strongest sports for India.
Yeah.
और इस बारी वो था ही नहीं, तो we were like very dicey कि भाई कैसा medal tally होने वाला है. But bro, we won medals in like
how many total? medals?
61 just 5 medals का हम लोग कम रह गए हमारे 2018 campaign
But is the
से.
highest number of gold we won? Is that-
No,
It was 2018 only. But the
Okay.
thing is,
2010 was the highest. I just
2010
checked
was
it.
the-
because
जो India-
2010 was hosted in India.
yeah, दिल्ली में
So
हुआ.
we ended up winning 101 medals that year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
But ये वाला जो हमने without shooting जो हमने किया है, I think
Yeah, exactly.
it's too commendable
Yeah.
for the country to achieve this. We won medals in athletics,
Yeah.
steeplechase. steeplechase, and then so there's this stat that I saw 1998 से लेके 98 से लेके अभी तक there's this 3000 meter का जो race रहता
So
है.
steeplechase is a 3,400 by 400 meter race, I think it is, which has like hurdles. There's a pond of water. There's a like barrier that you have to jump over. So it's an obstacle race kind of a thing.
Okay.
And since 1998 till 2022, which happened like this year last week, Kenya was the only country that used to win all the three.
And this time one Indian won the silver in that.
Can we get the name of the person, please? I think he deserves to be mentioned. Sable. His surname is Sable. I forgot his name.
Wow, damn impressive.
Yeah. So he's broken.
Avinash Sable.
He's part of the police force.
Oh, really? He's a police officer?
From sports quota.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And like to break the record that stands since 1990.
That's crazy.
That's almost as old as I am.
Crazy.
That's almost as old as I am. It's fucking crazy to think
amazing.
about. That
Imagine all three podiums to like, you know,
a single country.
Kenya.
Yeah, correct. Of course.
And then one guy
Yeah.
comes and breaks the
record.
That streak.
So
yeah.
there was,
streak,
They must hate him.
There's actually this really beautiful tweet in which they had posted like 1998 and 3 Kenya flags. 2002, 3 Kenya flags. 2006, 3 Kenya flags. And then comes 2022, Kenya, India,
Kenya.
Nice.
Bro, it's such a you know, moment of pride, pride. Amazing. And you know, PV Sandhu, amazing as always.
Yeah.
Our Indian women's cricket team, amazing silver medal they got. And this lawn ball mein first time we won the gold medal.
First appearance.
Which game?
In lawn balls.
Lawn ball is another sport which is part of the Commonwealth Games.
Okay.
Yeah.
Our women's team won the gold and our men's team won the silver. Hockey team won the silver. Our badminton contingent was amazing.
Weightlifting.
Bro, weightlifting. Kushti mein we had 12 wrestlers. All 12 won.
Wow.
And in wrestling,
5 bronze, 1 silver, 6 gold.
6 golds.
Wow.
12 of them went, 12 of them won.
That's
in
amazing,
wrestling,
dude.
we won a medal in
This has to be like the last dance, kind of like the greatest team
The amazing
ever. This will be the greatest wrestling team ever.
One of the most amazing campaigns we've had this year.
Yeah.
And I think it's commendable.
And-
Kudos to the entire team and to this entire country.
And what's exciting is all of these people who have won medals are all like around the age of 25, 26 or less. So this means
a
they've got-
19-20
You have hope.
Other than that, this also means that there's a few more games that they've got left in them.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro.
Which shows like a 10-15 year of Indian domination coming up in the international
आएगा
games. dude.
बिल्कुल आएगा ये
100%.
Snehil, you do not agree about border being the go-to.
यार I think it's
Poster
LOC for
for-
me.
Dude, one
LOC
film we
Kargil.
haven't talked about at all, at least like an honorable mention, I think it deserves, is Rang De Basanti.
We did talk about.
We did talk
We didn't
about that.
I mean,
we
it's a
just
great,
talked about
firstly,
that.
great movie. Supreme
Yeah.
Patriotic, one of my
Yeah.
favorites. But we talked about the Siddharth.
Yeah,
Bhagat
we talked
Singh.
about the Bhagat Singh part of the
Bro,
film.
bro, Rang De Basanti का जो वो गाना है,
It's-
that one song that I don't think I need to mention and everybody will get.
All of them are great. Yeah.
Dude, yeah.
Bro,
All
that
Luka
album.
Chupi.
Oh,
Lucas
dude.
is great.
Yeah.
Luka Chupi, that song,
Mind-blowing.
that song is amazing song. जिस तरीके, I think रंग दे बसंती मूवी ने जिस तरीके से इंडिया को दिखाया है,
Yeah.
I think the take on that on the issue in hand
Yes.
is amazing. The
Yeah.
way they try to marry आज का generation with
The boys of,
the boys, the OG boys, ठीक है,
of HSRA.
yeah, of HSRA. वो कितना कमाल है. The way they've like उन्होंने पेट्रियोटिज्म को कॉमेडी और एक इस तरीके से लेयर डाउन करके ब्रेक डाउन करके ऑडियंस को बताया है कि हर किसी को समझ में आए कि देशभक्ति क्या है.
Yeah.
देशभक्ति देश के बारे में होती है, किसी एक इंसान के बारे में नहीं होती.
Yeah.
It's always the country first. And so when they show ki, you know, there are corrupt politicians who will just, you know, देश के कंधे पे बंदूक रख के अपना एजेंडा डालेंगे, उसको कैसे टैकल करना है, किस तरीके से उसको टैकल किया उन लोगों ने. एंड वो उन्होंने जो हुक दिखाया, वो रीजनिंग की उनके फ्रेंड को जो अपने देश के टुवर्ड्स अपनी ड्यूटी करते करते मरा, ताकि उसकी छवि के ऊपर कोई लांछन ना है, कोई उसके पेट्रियोटिज्म के ऊपर कोई एक ब्लैक मार्क ना डाले।
Yeah, correct.
उस पेट्रियोटिज्म को उन्होंने बचाए रखने के लिए जो
100%.
पूरी पिक्चर में एक्चुअल पेट्रियोटिज्म क्या होना चाहिए उसके बारे में बताया। आई
Yep,
थिंक दैट्स
totally.
अमेजिंग।
Beautiful.
Yeah.
One beautiful scene is when these guys जब इनका वो शिफ्ट होता है ना,
Their mind shift. Yeah.
जब उनका वो माइंड शिफ्ट होता है फ्रॉम कि अरे अब इनके बारे में कौन सुनना चाहता है
Yeah.
वगैरह वगैरह टू
Yep.
जब वो मूंछ लगाता है
Yeah.
आमिर खान, अरे यार क्या
Great scene.
कमाल सी
Also, that line before Madhavan's death, that line about
Oh yeah, the foreshadowing scene. So there's a
yeah, no,
huge
एक line क्या एक पैर
yeah,
future
एक
में
पैर past में
एक पैर
और हम
present
present में मूत रहे हैं.
हाँ.
So in that scene, there's a like big foreshadowing as to
Yeah,
what
of
is
course.
going to happen, in which they carry Madhavan on their shoulders
Yeah.
and start marching, and then it cuts to Amir Khan giving Agni to Madhavan's body.
body.
It is like once that happens, you really realize the importance
The
and
importance of that
significance of
scene.
that bar
यार
scene.
the song, the Luka Chupi song, it's genius. Like
Yeah.
A.R. Rahman and
Prasoon Joshi.
Prasoon Joshi, Lata Mangeshkar. Lata Mangeshkar.
Yeah, yeah.
Like मतलब when वो वाला part comes, क्या बताऊं माँ,
Yeah.
कहाँ हूँ मैं, यहाँ उड़ने को मैं, bro. I think it touches the right chord, the right nerve. It's amazing. Rang De
Beautiful.
Basanti is right up there when it comes to the best patriotic movies
Yep.
to ever
It's a
exist.
fabulous film.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Fabulous film.
Yeah.
जो out and out तुम्हारे गले में patriotism ठूसता नहीं है, पर कमाल का patriotism
It just
दिखाता
makes you aware of what your
Yeah.
duty is, and it
Yeah.
is done so well.
True,
It's
true,
a
true.
beautiful film. Beautiful
But
film.
yeah, you were starting to talk about LOC.
है. यार
Oh,
I think
yeah.
हाँ, I think
You think
LOC.
LOC is a better film than Border? You think?
I think I remember LOC. I think मैंने LOC इतनी बार देखी है. Again, I LOC के साथ साथ मेरे माइंड में लक्ष्य भी पैरेलली चल रही है.
Okay.
कि
Oh, yeah.
लक्ष्य is also a very
Lakshya is a very good film.
कमाल का
Little-
picture when it comes to.
A little bit of a different film from LOC, but yeah,
Of
it's
course,
a,
of
it's
course.
A, yeah, it's a
Lakshya ka
great film.
first half is like full romance and like
Yeah.
and
But-
second half is just full.
But then again, when the
action
shift
and everything.
happens,
Yeah.
Hrithik Roshan did what Ranbir Kapoor is doing now, way before Ranbir Kapoor
Yeah,
even
sure.
started, about
Yeah.
finding his own journey and
bro,
finding
Ranbir
purpose. in life.
don't get me started on Ranbir Kapoor. तो anyway,
Okay.
but
तूने शमशेरा देख ली? अच्छा, देखी होगी
हाँ,
तूने?
we had an entire episode on
Yeah,
Shamsher
correct,
Antariksh.
Which, by the way, you should check out.
Yeah, which by the way you should check out. It's
Yeah.
the pop rap for the month of
I felt very passionately
Sure.
about
Shamshera. Anyway, so I think LOC में do you guys know कि शेरशाह आपने शेरशाह देखी है?
नहीं, वो भी नहीं देखी मैंने।
Yes, I've seen it.
सिद्धार्थ मल्होत्रा
Yeah,
की
yeah.
कैप्टन
Captain
विक्रम
Vikram
बत्रा
Batra.
का रोल
I
प्ले
know.
करता है एंड LOC में ये रोल अभिषेक बच्चन ने प्ले किया था.
Oh, अच्छा.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the movie is called LOC Kargil. So the movie was based on the entire Kargil war. 3.5 घंटे की पिक्चर है.
Okay, wow.
I think मेरे लिए वो काफी ओजी पेट्रियोटिक पिक्चर है. नो डाउट कि ज्यादा डायलॉग्स और ये सब जो है वो ज्यादा हार्ड हिटिंग प्रोबेबली
Yeah.
बॉर्डर के है. बट आई थिंक LOC इज वेरी फ्रेश इन माय माइंड when it comes to patriotism and patriotic
It's a very
movies.
heartfelt film.
Yeah, it's a very heartfelt film. Plus, it's an entire experience because it's a 3 hour 30-minute long
Yeah.
movie. तो तुम पूरी तरीके से खुद को
तो
उसके अंदर.
Had you watched in a theater when it came
No,
out?
no.
No,
Okay.
afterwards.
घर पे ही देखी थी. और जब ये मूवी आई थी, so this was one of those movies जिसके अंदर बहुत explicitly they were abusing. Because like, you know, obviously,
You're
Like,
a
you are at
soldier.
war.
Yeah, exactly.
you are at war.
What kind of words are they saying in the movie?
तो like मतलब you know कि
बस कुत्ते कमीने ना?
नहीं
No, no,
like full
full
on like abuses.
Like MC?
Yeah,
Full-
MCBC.
Wasepur, dude. Full on.
वासेपुर. So like तुम ये तुम्हारा मैं ये अरे मारे में और गोली चलाना और ये सब. So like they went to the ground realities of it.
Sure.
ठीक है कि मतलब वहां पे अगर सोल्जर है तो वो हम आप
Yeah,
करके
dude.
बात नहीं कर रहा है.
I mean,
After all, he's at war.
you are a
right?
soldier who is fighting another person while fighting for your own life.
And like and then after all of this, you keep all of this aside for your country.
Exactly.
So like there is a lot of energy, there is a lot of frustration, there is a lot of
Yeah.
anger, and I think they portrayed it in a beautiful way.
Yeah.
और मुझे वो चीज भूलती नहीं है जिस तरीके से इन लोगों ने आई गेस दैट वाज अभिषेक बच्चन ओनली कि अभिषेक बच्चन अपने बंकर में होता है एंड बाहर आता है फ्रस्ट्रेटेड एंड देन वो लेफ्ट पे शूट करना स्टार्ट करता है और उसको राइट पे पीछे से पीठ पे गोली पड़ जाती है एंड देन ही टर्न्स तो उधर
Yeah.
देखता है कि उधर भी पाकिस्तानी सोल्जर्स हैं एंड देन दिस वन मैन इज शूटिंग लेफ्ट एंड राइट
Yeah.
while getting मतलब you know shot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think, bro, LOC is right up there. For
Right
Major
up there.
respect to Captain Vikram Batra also.
Major respect.
Then
Yeah,
we should
major
also
respect.
talk about one movie which all of us have like forgotten to talk about. Basically, in the sense we haven't thought about it in this category.
That is.
Bajrangi Bhaijaan.
Oh
I would
yeah.
say
Oh,
is a very patriotic
Now that you
film.
say it.
now that you say it,
Yeah.
yeah.
I would call it a very patriotic film. Again, does not shove it down your throat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a very, like, if you think about it, it's a very micro
It is.
story, but
but
done at a very macro scale.
Yeah.
And it's just very
but the
beautiful.
message that it
Message is-
gives, that
is-
is a very peace,
Sure.
very
100%.
peace
wala
loving.
message.
Exactly.
हाँ,
That's
है ना?
Yeah.
a
fully
better
agree.
message than any other
Fully agree.
message, actually.
So-
a great message. है.
Another, like,
Yes.
now that you mention it, a beautiful thing about Bajrangi Bhaijaan is the intricacies of the India-Pakistan dynamic.
yeah,
that we
that's
have.
the best part of
like
the movie.
outside of
Exactly.
just the border and
Yeah.
the diplomacy.
that whole story of them,
Yeah.
like him wearing the burqa and
Yeah.
like
हाँ,
trying to
and
make
then
it.
you know कि हम
I-
बजरंग बली के भक्त हैं, झूठ बोल के नहीं
Just
जाएंगे.
the-
exactly.
like,
Yeah, that's
Shows our
Yeah.
culture in a way.
A scene from the movie where he first reaches Pakistan and he's trying to find food in the morning.
Yeah.
And he's a vegetarian, so he can't find much food in
हाँ,
Pakistan.
and then
So
he's like, तबीयत खराब है क्या?
हाँ.
this is a very simple scene, but it shows you the dynamics between the
हाँ,
two people.
exactly,
It's very
exactly.
beautifully
Yeah.
done.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
So love
beautiful
Bajrangi.
movie. And Razi
Very
also, by the way.
Oh,
Razi,
we've not
yes, correct, we don't talk
mentioned
about
Razi.
Yes,
after
Alia
Udta
Bhatt.
Punjab, Razi is Alia Bhatt's finest film. Of course, can't touch Udta Punjab. Udta Punjab is just, she's done one of the best roles of her
Dude,
career in that.
actually, I think her best acting was in
Gangubai.
Gangubai. Yeah.
I still believe it's Udta Punjab. dude.
राजी का एक बहुत प्यारी चीज जो मेरे को लगती है,
Gaane.
गाने ऑफ कोर्स दैट इज वो मैं उसी पे आ रहा था कि जो ए वतन वतन मेरे
Yeah.
आबाद रहे तो. सो इफ यू सी दैट मूवी, आलिया भट्ट जब अपने मन में ए वतन वतन गा रही है, वो इंडिया के लिए गा
About
रही है.
India. And while the boy
But
is singing
while
about, yeah.
she's teaching that song to Pakistani kids, वो पाकिस्तान के लिए गा रही है.
Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
So, like, you can see it on her face. Like, that is where you say that Alia Bhatt is an amazing actress.
Sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
कि उसने उस गाने को, कि वो हर पाकिस्तानी बच्चे को जिस स्कूल में वो पढ़ा रही है, सिखा रही है, वो ये गाना सिखा रही है, वतन वतन मेरे
So-
आबाद रहे तू, वो पाकिस्तान के लिए गा रहे हैं. बट उसके एक्सप्रेशन पे very clearly you can
Yeah.
see that she's
I've never
singing
seen
about.
this movie. I guess
Yeah.
I should.
You should.
You really
so
should.
quick trivia about that song. The initial share, no, not the initial share. It's towards the end where there's a share that says "लब पे आती है दुआ बन के तमन्ना
Hmm.
मेरी जिंदगी सूरत
हाँ.
की सुबह हो खुदाया तेरी." So this share is actually from the prayer which Gulzar, the writer of the song, used to sing back in his school
Oh,
in Pakistan.
in Pakistan, yeah.
So
Wow.
Gulzar has grown up in Pakistan for
Yeah.
a little while before he came over to India during the partition era. So this was the prayer that they used to sing in his madrasa back
Oh, wow.
when he was in Pakistan.
Yeah.
So he just
Wow.
incorporated that beautifully into the song.
सो
Oh, man.
ये जो छोटी छोटी डिटेल्स, आई थिंक यू नो, अभी जैसे कैप्टन मार्वल में भी अगर आपने देखा तो उन्होंने पाकिस्तान को किस तरीके से दिखाया,
मिस
उसके हाँ सॉरी मिस मार्वल, नॉट कैप्टन मार्वल, मिस मार्वल, किस तरीके, कितने खूबसूरत तरीके से उन्होंने पाकिस्तान को दिखाया. और उतनी ही खूबसूरत तरीके से उन्होंने ये बताया कि हिंदुस्तान जो पहले बिफोर
Yeah.
पार्टीशन जो हिंदुस्तान था,
हाँ.
पार्टीशन ने किस तरीके से एक कितनी बड़ी त्रासदी थी जो पार्टीशन हुई. येट इट्स सो, यू नो, you will not see कि there's a difference. You'll
Yep.
not see the difference.
Yep.
आप देख के नहीं बता सकते until
Yeah.
and unless आपको वो चीज कंडीशन करी गई हो.
I mean, dude, the brown communities outside India, they
Yeah.
call themselves Desi.
देसी,
Yeah,
हाँ, they don't
all
call
these
themselves ऐसा.
Indians
अब
are
जो
Pakistan, yeah.
हुस्ना जो गाना है, again,
Oh,
I
dude.
don't know how every talk that I do it comes
was
back
going
to
to
Piyush
recommend
Mishra,
that.
but
No.
Husna, the song, that's about partition. You've heard
Yeah.
Husna?
I've not.
You should.
You should. I think that should be the collective recommendation of this.
I was going to
episode
recommend that song.
कि हुस्ना जो गाना है, उन्होंने ये बताया कि पाकिस्तान, अब हुस्ना का लवर जो है वो इंडिया से हुस्ना को पाकिस्तान में एक चिट्ठी लिख रहा है
Okay.
कि भाई वहां पे सब कैसा चल रहा है, ठीक है. और उन्होंने उस गाने में उस पूरी चिट्ठी को डिस्क्राइब किया है. एंड दैट इज हाउ दे, यू नो, देव शोन की, यू नो, क्या वहां पे अभी भी ये चीजें होती हैं जो यहाँ पे हुआ करती थी. क्योंकि एसेंशियली एवरीबडी नोज कि लोहड़ी का धुआं तो वहां भी वैसे ही उड़ेगा, यहाँ भी ऐसे ही उड़ेगा.
Sure, yeah.
फेस्टिवल वही है, पर क्योंकि अब तुमने देश अलग कर दिया तो वहां पे कुछ अलग हो रहा है क्या, यू नो.
I get that.
ऐसे ऐसे उन्होंने कि दिवाली की लाइट्स अब वहां पे अलग तरीके से
Exactly.
चमकती हैं क्या, वहां का सूरज अलग होता है क्या.
Exactly.
एंड द लास्ट लाइन इज कि क्या रोता है रातों में पाकिस्तान, क्या वैसे ही जैसे हिंदुस्तान. क्योंकि किसी को नहीं, मतलब, यू नो, हु वुड वांट अब मेरी नानी has like she also came to India after like during the partition.
Yeah.
So she always tells कि हमारा पाकिस्तान में वहाँ पे ये घर हुआ करता था, ऐसे होता था, वैसे होता था. So every time you'll talk to this generation, they'll always be very fond of
Yeah.
their homeland,
Yeah.
which was India. The
Yeah, correct. Hindustan, yeah.
Hindustan. तो ठीक है, partition आ गया है, अब you can't like do anything about
Yeah.
it. But then the idea of independence, I think it's a very clubbed idea for me.
Yeah.
And I think अभी 14th को पाकिस्तान का
पाकिस्तान का
इंडिपेंडेंस डे
Independence
है,
Day है.
15th को हमारा
One day before
इंडिपेंडेंस डे
ours.
है.
Yes.
I think independence as an idea should be celebrated,
Yes.
and
Precisely.
the message through this episode that we should give should be that celebrate the idea of
Yeah, I
independence
fully agree.
irrespective
Fully
of
agree.
the
Fully agree.
country
Yep.
Yeah, correct.
that you're
And
in.
also, the idea of independence is whatever your idea of
Yeah,
independence is.
of course.
Celebrate
Exactly.
that way. So,
Exactly.
yeah, mine is sleeping at home, relaxing.
Which is
Yeah.
beautiful.
Happy Independence Day to you,
Independence, it's my
Antarik.
independence,
Every
man. Like,
weekend.
what the hell? Yeah, exactly. That does bring us to the end of
Yeah.
this episode.
Yes.
At
A
least this
beautiful
section of this
episode.
episode.
A beautiful episode.
Yeah,
I think.
and we will come back with some awesome recommendations to this beautiful episode.
Yes.
Sorry, Snehil, I was speaking over you. And yeah, break.
And we are back with some amazing recommendations. Actually, इस episode में हमने एक collective recommendation तो आपको दिया ही है. That is Husna by Piyush Mishra.
Yeah.
Please go and listen to it.
Yep.
And उसके बाद we have some specific recommendations for you. And we'll start with Nikhil.
So now that we've recommended Husna, I would
Yeah.
also like to recommend another beautiful work by Piyush Mishra himself.
Hmm.
It's called Bhagat Singh, My Friend. It's a TED talk given
Yeah.
by
जिसके बारे में
Piyush
हम
Mishra.
episode में बात कर रहे
Yeah,
थे.
we've
Yes,
talked.
yes.
So I think it's about an hour long. It's a beautiful talk, and he really gets into
Yeah.
what Bhagat Singh was as a character.
True,
and
true, true.
outside of that, I would just also like to recommend, if you guys can, whenever you find time, please find time to read about these boys that made
Yeah.
the HSRA, the Hindustan Socialist Republic Association and
True,
Army.
true.
Bhagat Singh, Sukhdev, Rajguru, all of these boys. It's a mind-blowing story, and you will not
Yeah.
regret it. 100%.
Amazing,
Absolutely.
amazing recommendation, yaar, Nikhil. Antariksh, what would your recommendation be?
So a few months back, I went into my parents' room. So recommend doing that. No, don't. But they were watching Jaspal Bhatti. They're huge fans of Jaspal
Of course.
Bhatti. Okay? And made me remember a period of my childhood that I had completely forgotten about. Like I had forgotten that I have enjoyed Jaspal Bhatti's shows
Yep.
all my life.
Mhm.
Sorry, all my childhood, through a lot of my formative years. And because Jaspal Bhatti's shows are not on television currently nowadays.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It's
it's
just
not.
what it is. My parents were watching not the Jaspal Bhatti show, not his big thing
Yeah,
that
yeah,
came
understood.
afterwards.
Yeah.
They were watching something called the Flop Show.
Hmm.
Jaspal Bhatti.
Yeah. I've
Okay.
heard of it.
This was again before the Jaspal Bhatti show. This was like the show where Jaspal Bhatti would do like sketches and have
Yeah.
satirical
The flop
takes
show, yes.
Yeah.
on the news, on petrol prices, on
Mhm,
politicians. Literally a show which cannot be made today.
Yeah, 100%.
They
Mhm.
cannot make that show
Yeah.
today. Even the simple jokes that they were making about corrupt politicians,
Yeah.
someone will take offense at today.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So very good show, well ahead of its times, and seems more ahead of its times today than
Today,
it did
yeah.
just 5
Yeah.
years back,
True,
5 or
true.
10 years back.
The
True.
show is now way more relevant
Way
Yeah.
more relevant than,
than
you would
when it
think.
was made.
Absolutely.
True.
And
True.
it's something that you can watch literally anytime you want. It's a very relaxed, funny,
Yeah.
well written, very thought provoking show. So go watch the Flop Show with Jaspal Bhatti.
Beautiful.
It's on YouTube.
You'll have to find it. Yeah, it's on YouTube. A lot of
Okay.
it is on YouTube.
Okay,
But
okay.
if you can find a better print, you go ahead and do that.
I
Yeah.
think I will recommend गगन दमा बाजो. जिस प्ले के बारे में बात कर रहा था, जिसके बारे में मैं कह रहा था कि द लेजेंड ऑफ
Yeah.
भगत सिंह जो है, इससे कुछ क्या इंस्पायर नहीं, क्या कहते हैं उसे,
Inspired ही है यार. in a way.
इंस्पायर्ड, चलो कुछ इससे लेती है वो फिल्म. इट्स ऑल्सो अ बुक, मतलब इट्स अ प्ले जो बुक फॉर्म में भी यू कैन हैव. अगर आपके घर के किसी पास किसी थिएटर में ये प्ले हो रहा है तो डेफिनेटली गो एंड वॉच दिस. और अगर नहीं हो रहा एंड यू वांट टू रीड, यू लाइक रीडिंग प्लेज, this play is a must read. And I think I have 3 copies of this play. One is a hardbound, one is normal paperback, One, actually 4. One is
So hit Snayhil up if you want a copy of it for yourself.
yeah, तो एक
DM him.
एक मेरे पास हार्ड बाउंड है, एक मेरे पास पेपर बैक है, एक ऐसी है जो मैंने साइंड कॉपी है मेरे पास पीयूष मिश्रा की,
Snail, you must be great at parties.
और एक ऐसी है जिसको लेके मैं ट्रैवल कर सकता हूँ कि मतलब अगर ये मतलब यू नो दैट रफ एंड
When you are going and you for a week and you can't be away from your copy of.
आई थिंक पीयूष मिश्रा के काम का मैं काफी बड़ा प्रशंसक हूँ उनकी।
Oh really? वो पता नहीं चला था।
तो उनकी काफी किताबों
prove it.
उनकी काफी किताबों की काफी कॉपीज है मेरे पास।
He's given him
apparently.
4
भाई
times the business for one.
एक बार
for
मैं
one
उनके
book.
पास गया था, उनकी एक ना उनके गानों का एक वो है क्या कहते हैं उसे
It's a band essentially.
हाँ नहीं उनके गानों का एक अमेलगमेशन है जो उन्होंने किताब में बनाया है, एक बहुत छोटी सी किताब है। तो मैं वो किताब उनके पास लेके गया साइन करवाने के लिए, एंड ही वाज लाइक अबे ये तेरे को मिली कहाँ से ये किताब? I was like, you are also shocked कि ये किताब छप गई है क्या? मतलब
He's like, this is a bootlegger who's taken the copy of my book and is selling it on the cheap on the roadside.
But I think Gaganta Mama Bhajo is an amazing play. If you want to know more about Bhagat Singh, if you want
I
to
think
know
I
about
finally learned the name of the play. It is Gaganta Mama Bhajo.
Still said it
Gaganta
wrong.
Mama Bhajo.
Okay, something like that.
ठीक
That's
है।
close enough.
उसके अंदर एक
अच्छा।
गाना है कि कौन है हम और आए कहाँ से, क्या है हमारा ठिकाना। बहुत लंबा गाना है, मैं गाता रहूंगा, मेरे को कोई वो नहीं।
Atif also covered it. It's called हम किस गली जा रहे. Okay, let's go.
But that's the episode for you. That's the episode for this week, guys. And happy Independence Day to all of
Independence Day.
Azadi Mubarak.
आजादी मुबारक हो
buddies.
उन सबको जो सुन रहे हैं। हमारे 300 लिसनर्स अब 400 हो गए हैं।
Yes,
Congratulations.
Way to go.
See you next week, guys. Bye bye.